You need to stop saying these three words, hard, smart, and said, when speaking in English, especially at work in formal settings, because they are just simply too simple. In this video lesson, you will improve and advance your vocabulary. We'll go through different phrases, different words you could use instead of hard, smart, and said to improve your vocabulary to sound more natural speaking in English. Guys, if this is the first time you're here on my YouTube channel, welcome. My name's Adriana from EnglishTeacherAdriana.com. I help English learners improve their English, boost their confidence to finally speak English confidently. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on notifications so you know you get that bell when I post my next video lesson here to help you improve your confidence speaking in English. Guys, in this video lesson, you will learn many new words instead of always using hard, smart, and said to help you better express yourself and speak more confidently in English. While we're going through this video lesson, make sure to be using the shadowing technique. So while you hear me saying these new words, saying these sentences, shadow, imitate, copy me out loud to help you remember and use them when speaking in English. Go and find yourself a quiet corner and let's begin by focusing on the first word. Let's begin by focusing on the word hard. Now this word is used a lot in everyday conversations, but there are other words you can use instead of hard. For example, the sentence, the homework was hard. Now, instead of using the word hard here, we could use the word challenging. Challenging. Now, this is a really great word to be using in a work setting when maybe your boss has given you a task and you found it really hard, but you don't want to tell your boss that it was too hard for you because maybe you feel that your boss will think that you're not capable of doing your job. So by using the word challenging, it's giving a positive connotation to the task that you were challenged, you're motivated, and yes, it was a little bit hard. It wasn't easy, but you got it done. For example, the homework was challenging. Great sentence to be using to describe that maybe a homework task was a little bit hard for you. Careful pronunciation, challenging. Challenging. Now, a similar word you could also use is the word complicated. Complicated. Now, if something is complicated, it means that you really don't understand it. Maybe you do, but you need to look up other instructions, how to figure out that problem, that homework task, maybe a task your boss has given you. Great synonym to use to describe that something wasn't easy to complete in English. For example, the homework was complicated. Careful pronunciation, complicated. Complicated. But if something took up a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, maybe even a lot of your resources, then you could use the word demanding. For example, the homework task was demanding. So here maybe you had to use a lot of your time, maybe even some resources to complete it. Careful pronunciation, demanding. Demanding. Now, if you're given a task that really takes up a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, and you feel exhausted because it was really hard, a great word to be using in this setting is the word grueling. Grueling. Now, grueling is a really great word to be using when all your energy, all your resources, you've exhausted them because that task was really hard. For example, a boss gave us the grueling task to go through all our invoices. So here, it's a really hard task. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of our concentration, and a lot of our effort. Careful pronunciation, grueling. Grueling. Now, another word you could also use, which isn't so extreme, is the word tough. For example, if you're given a task, it's a little bit hard, but it's okay. It's a little bit hard, but not so grueling, then tough is a great word to use. For example, the homework task you gave us yesterday was tough, but we got it done. Also, another great word to be using in conversational settings is the word tricky. Tricky. So something isn't that hard, but it's not easy to complete. You need to think a little bit. You maybe need to do something that you wouldn't normally do. This is a great word to use instead of hard. For example, the homework task was tricky to complete, but we got it done. Here, tricky is great to be using to express that it was hard. You had to think about it a little bit, but you didn't really exhaust all of your energy. Careful pronunciation, tricky. Tricky. Let's move on and have a look at other words you could use instead of the word smart. Now, smart is a great word. It's used a lot in everyday conversations, but a great alternative to the word smart is the word intelligent. So if you feel that somebody is really smart, but you'd like to be more formal and proper about how smart they are, intelligent is a great word to be using. For example, my students are very intelligent. Careful pronunciation, intelligent. Intelligent. Also the word brilliant. Brilliant is a great word to use to express the fact that somebody is really smart, they're really good at what they do. For example, my colleague Mary, she's brilliant at accounting. So here, instead of saying she's really smart at doing accounting, she's brilliant at accounting. Careful pronunciation, brilliant. Brilliant. But if you feel that somebody really knows everything, you could use the word brainy. Brainy. Now this is a great word to use to express that somebody, whenever you ask them a question, they're always thinking, they know the answers, they're really smart, they know everything. For example, my friend Mary, she's a brainy woman. Whenever I have a question, I always ask her and she gives me the right answer. Careful pronunciation, brainy. Brainy. Also, the word clever is a great word to be using instead of smart. So if you feel that somebody is smart, they know the answer to everything, clever is a great word to use. For example, Bob is a clever colleague. Let's call him to the meeting. Careful pronunciation, clever. Clever. Let's move on and focus on other ways of saying said. Now, a great alternative to the word said is ask. For example, Mary asked our boss if we can have the day off. So here, yes, you could say Mary said to the boss, this is really not conversational, it's not that common. Mary asked our boss if we could have the day off. Careful pronunciation, asked. Asked. Now, instead of Mary coming back and telling me our boss said, she could use the word replied. Replied. For example, our boss replied that we can't have the day off. So here, instead of saying our boss said, our boss replied to that question. Careful pronunciation, replied. Replied. Now, if somebody says something in shock, a little bit of anger, they may exclaim something. For example, our boss exclaimed that we just had the day off yesterday. Here, exclaimed is being used to describe the fact he's a little bit shocked, angry, and disgusted with our question. Careful pronunciation, exclaimed. Exclaimed. Now, if you find yourself in a situation that somebody is not speaking clearly, so they're saying something, but they may be mumbling, so they may mumble something. For example, Mary mumbled that she's not happy with our boss's decision, so here she's not speaking clearly, so she's saying it very softly, a little bit disappointed. She mumbled this. Careful pronunciation, mumbled. Mumbled. Mary mumbled what our boss told us. Mary mumbled what our boss told us. But also if you say something, but you say it really angry, so you're not happy, maybe previously you were happy, but then you just changed and became really angry, then you may snap. So to snap at someone means that you shout, well, not shout exactly, but you just change your tone and you have a lot of anger in your voice. For example, I asked my boss whether I could play PlayStation and he just snapped no at me. So here he said no, but he said it in a very negative and in a very angry manner. Careful pronunciation, snapped. Snapped. Remember guys, that practice makes perfect. Make sure to watch this video lesson a few times. Use and apply the shadowing technique. So while you're watching this video lesson, say these words, say these sentences out loud to help you remember and use them when speaking in English. Let's take it one step further now by completing a homework task together. Watch this video lesson for a third time. Choose 5 new words, 5 new phrases you've learned in this video lesson and use them in a sentence in the comments below this video. Remember guys, if you found this video lesson useful, please do let me know by smashing that like button. Like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on notifications so that you know you get that bell when I post my next video lesson here to help you improve your English. Continue learning with me by downloading my free audio guide where I share with you exactly what you need to be doing every single day to drastically improve your confidence speaking in English. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next lesson. Bye for now.